My name is Lisa See. I'm the author of On Gold Mountain, and I also wrote the libretto. When I was a little girl, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents in our family's antique store that had been started by my great-grandparents 130 or more years ago. And they would tell these incredible stories about my great-grandfather, Fong See, and how he came here alone as a boy of 14. So I had heard a lot of stories about Fong See. He was the one they loved to tell stories about. But I knew much less about his wife, Tai See. So a lot of the research I did was to go back and find her story. How they met, how they fell in love, how they decided to get married. It was against the law for Chinese and white people to marry. What I wanted to do with On Gold Mountain was tell the larger history of the Chinese in America, but through the eyes of a family. My family. And so this started a process of going out and interviewing friends, family, business associates, enemies. I went to where my grandmother was from. I went to where my great-grandmother was from. I also went to the National Archives, where I found over 500 pages of interrogations, boarding passes, health certificates, photographs. I had letters, I had all kinds of other material that helped me look at people's motivation and how they made the decisions that they did. Like many sojourners, Fong See sent money home back to his home village. And so, of course, it was really important for me to go there. And when I was there, I remember standing on the roof of the home that he had built and looking out across this landscape where my relatives would point out, oh, over there is a school that he built, and look, over there is the road that he built. So a lot of the money that he earned here was to help people in the village and our own family there. To think about when I first started this book 30 years ago, just by interviewing relatives, and now to jump ahead all these years to see the opera being performed in the Chinese garden at the Huntington. And what a perfect place this is. The garden itself is modeled after traditional Chinese gardens that you find in Suzhou. And it's just such an incredibly beautiful place. When people come to see this opera, I hope they leave with a sense of Chinese American history, the ups, the downs, the tragedies, the triumphs, but also a sense of this love story being set in an extraordinarily beautiful garden.